Good morning. Okay, so today's episode is going to be pretty short. I am going to a Braves game tonight, and obviously I have a full day of work as well, so I don't have a whole lot of time for editing. So we're going to keep today's episode short, simple, sweet, and to the point. First off, I do want to share that I did get a new microphone. So I got the Shure MV7. This is not the MV7B, and I want to talk about that for a second because obviously, if you're anywhere in the content space, or really if you watch reels at all, you see the same microphone over and over and over again. And it is the sister microphone to this one. This is the Shure MV7, the other one is the Shure MV7B. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. Anywho, I chose this one, because it's cheaper. Two, because I watched a lot of YouTube videos on like comparisons between the two of them. And honestly, I couldn't really tell that much of a difference. Obviously, there's a slight difference, but to me, it was pretty much the same. And this one is a USB and XLR mic. And I just, doing an XLR only mic, like it requires you to have the audio interface and the cloud lifter and all of that. And that's just like hundreds of more dollars worth of equipment that I would need. Whereas if I just keep it as a USB mic, it keeps it short and simple, procedure wise, equipment wise, all of that. So currently I am still using my Rode mic. I've been using this Rode Go Mic 2 really since I got started. So I bought this mic initially because like my YouTube channel started out as a vlog channel. So I bought this microphone. It's actually a shotgun mic. So it's meant to go on the top of my DSLR camera, which was great for vlogging because it replaced the built-in microphone that was on my Canon camera, but it's not a microphone that's actually made for podcasting at all. And I notice a lot of times my sound will sound overexposed almost. I'm sure there's an audio term for it, but in my mind, it's like the audio just sounds like blasted out, right? Like it's just not super crisp. It's not super deep and full and rich. And so I am super excited to set up this microphone and use it. Tomorrow should be my first episode with it. I actually bought this microphone on Facebook Marketplace, which if you are not looking at Facebook Marketplace in your city, you are silly. I buy almost everything on Facebook Marketplace. I mean, not everything, but I buy a lot of things on Facebook Marketplace because like this is a factory sealed package. Like this has never been opened before. And I got it for $40 cheaper than what it is going for on the internet. So while that may not seem like a lot, if you save $40, $50 on big things that you buy over and over and over again, it adds up. So Facebook Marketplace, you can find really good stuff for a really good price. Obviously, I'm sure some cities' marketplaces are better than others, but nonetheless, I am excited. Okay, so I am going to a Braves game today. There's like a very high likelihood that it will be my very last Braves game like in the city before I move to Chicago, and that makes me really sad. I love going to Braves games. I love going to sporting events, period. I think that they're so fun. But the Braves, like they're good. We've been really good for the last few years. So it's just like a really exciting environment, and the whole stadium is really nice and all of the bars and restaurants around it. It's just such a good time always. This is a weekday game, so it'll be a little more chilled than a weekend game, but I'm excited nonetheless. I'm going with one of my friends that is also moving, and this is kind of like one of her going away events. So it's gonna be sad, but it's okay. I'm sure it won't be my last Braves game ever. And when I go to Chicago, I get to go to Wrigley Field, which is so exciting because I grew up as a softball player. So my dad was like obsessed with baseball. And so the fact that I get to go to Wrigley Field and watch the baseball games, that's exciting in and of itself as well. So all good things. My place looks like a wreck. I am just so excited to get settled in my new place and just I'm excited for this like transition period to be over. All right, so today I want to talk about this topic that my friends told me about. They told me about it last weekend, and I was like, wait, I love that. It's called the PM rule. So essentially, they saw this on social media. I want to say TikTok, maybe Reels, something like that. But it's called the PM rule. And essentially says that you can do anything that you want between PM hours. So 12 PM to 11:59 PM. Once 12 AM hits, you need to be home. Okay? So when I first heard them say this, I was like, oh, I kind of like that. Because one thing that, since I haven't been drinking and stuff like that, I still go out. I still have a good time. I've had a couple, pretty late nights, even though I've been sober. And I love that. I love the fact that my social life hasn't taken a hit. But I will say that being sober gives you a pretty clear perspective on how a night progresses. And honestly, for the most part, nothing crazy new happens after 12 a.m. After 12 a.m. Yeah, after 12 a.m. I mean, obviously, there might be different stops along the way, but really all that's happening is people are getting more and more hammered and more messy, which can be really entertaining in and of itself. But for the most part, once 12 a.m. hits, you're kind of doing the same thing for the rest of the night, however many hours that may be. You're going to a bar, you're getting more drinks, you're going to another bar, you're getting more drinks. So I like this concept of you can do anything you want in the PM hours. During the AM hours, you should be at home and or taking care of you. I love that. Because I will also say that my favorite activities are definitely daytime activities. When I was drinking, I much preferred day drinking over night drinking. And don't even get me started on day drinking that turns into night drinking. That is the world's worst plan. Whoever is the person that coughs up the idea to keep it going after you've been drinking for 8 hours during the day, and then they're like, let's go out, let's keep it going till 3 a.m. No. That is a hangover that will make you question your existence waiting to happen. Those are the hangovers that scared me the most when I would turn day drinking into night drinking. Nope, 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 avoid. And if you're asking me to go out for plans and you're thinking about, well, should I invite her to the daytime activity or the nighttime activity? I'm telling you right now, invite me to the daytime activity. I would much rather do that. Because then when you go home, you feel like you've had a full day with all of the people that you care about and that you wanted to hang out with, and you've done fun things all day long, but then you get to go home and you get a good night's rest and you wake up the next morning feeling refreshed and like you're not, sleeping till 10, 11, 12 the next day feeling like shit, wasting your entire next day when you could have just come home a couple hours earlier and given yourself that whole next morning to enjoy your weekend. I love this concept. And obviously, this is not all the time. There are exceptions, when there's special occasions or you're on vacation or you're just really feeling a night out, like a late night out. Yeah, do it, right? But for the most part, on a general basis, I love the concept of following this PM rule. Do everything you want during the PM hours, out and about, socializing, doing your thing from 12 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. Get your butt home by 12 a.m. and spend all of the AM hours at home or taking care of yourself or doing things that make you feel good. I love this rule. I love this rule. I'm really glad that I heard my friends talk about it. And I feel like we as people would feel much better about ourselves if we would take our asses home before it got too late. Okay? And I think I'm going to try and implement it more into my real life. Obviously, FOMO is a real thing. FOMO is my greatest weakness in life. I do not like to feel like I'm missing out on things. I do not like to feel like I don't know what's going on in the conversation. I do not like for people to be talking about things that happened and I wasn't there for them. I like to be a part of everything. I like to know things. I like to just see things. I like to be a part of things. I like to have the memories, all of that, yes. But maybe if you start implementing the PM rule, maybe everyone in your friend group will start to implement the PM rule, and then you'll have all of these fun daytime activities turning into early night activities. You go home, you sleep, you feel good, you wake up the next day, and you get to do it all again. I love the concept. And if any of y'all have any other little fun little tips and tricks like that, let me know in the comments. I think that I think they make making little habit changes really easy when you think about it like, oh, it's just a PM rule. I'm just following a PM rule. It's really no big deal. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. I am going to go have some fun at the Braves game tonight. I will report back on how that went, and I will see you back tomorrow morning.